folks. Good afternoon once again. We welcome you inside the main ballroom here on the second floor of the Hilton in Uptown Charlotte. It is 2 o'clock and North Carolina is now in the room with us. Head coach Bill Belichick will take the podium and offer some opening comments. Then after that, we'll move the microphone throughout the room for Q&A, both of our head coach and our 3 student athletes. So, Coach, the podium, it is yours.
Who was up here before? All right. Thanks, Trip. Appreciate it. Great to be here. Appreciate everyone being here as well. It's really exciting to to be here for the start of the season. This kind of gets things kicked off, even though we've been in summer workouts and get ready to head to training camp next week. But first I want to thank all the people that have been so supportive at North Carolina. Certainly Chancellor Roberts, Steve Newmark, our new athletic director. They've been fantastic. Our alumni have been awesome. Guys like Jim Coleman and Josh Clark, Vaughn Moore, guys like that have really been supportive of the program. And most of all, our players. These guys have really worked hard. We have 3 outstanding players here that have done a great job for us. They've given us a lot of leadership. Jordan Ships, been here, played a little bit his freshman year, but last year really was his first year playing, and Melcart and Christo both transferred in last year, and they've given us great leadership and done a great job with our program, developing the culture that we need. And we have a lot of new players here. We have about 60 new players, so over half our team from last year. Excited to see how that comes along. It was a big freshman class because we kind of didn't have much of a freshman class in the 25 group. So we kind of combined those two and brought in a lot of young players that are going to be good, but it's going to take a little bit of time, and they're certainly working hard. And if they can follow the lead of the guys we have up here, they'll do well. Looking forward to opening the season in Ireland. That'll be a great trip. A couple of some of our players went over there to kind of preview, promote the game. It's be exciting to go over there. I've been involved in some of those international games myself from my time in the NFL. Those are experiences that you remember. You remember a lot of games. Certainly I remember a lot of the championships and Super Bowls that I've been involved in. But certainly the international games have a kind of a special flavor to them. And, I'm glad our team will have the opportunity to experience that, as well as, going up against a good TCU team. This conference is extremely competitive. I've spent quite a bit of time, getting to know the coaches in this conference as well as the administration, Jim Phillips, Mike Strickland, those guys. Al Riveron, has passed the torch on the officiating side. And I think that, he did a great job there and glad to see him helping with the transition in that area. But, overall, just, excited to get the season started, get back on the field and, build off a good spring that we had, a good summer off-season conditioning program that we're kind of wrapping up now, and, and start to, block, tackle, run plays, and so forth, and look to make some, significant strides, with bringing the team together, which, again, we're so far ahead of where we were last year. When we kind of started all over in training camp this year, we've got a much better base to build off of. And again, a lot of that's a result of the leadership that these guys have given us here to my left. Trip?
Coach, thank you. We'll take as many questions as we can during the course of our window. We will start left side. Gentleman with the blue shirt, first row.
Nathan Lowry with the Hill Brothers. Coach, after the new regulations with the transfer portal only being down to 1 window, and you've talked about already that this team is already way farther ahead than where they were last year. What's your confidence level with this team and with this recruiting class coming in, now having a whole year up under your belt? You've got some established guys up here. What's your confidence level in this team, and what are some things that you are excited about moving forward?
Yeah, well, we're just going to keep grinding away every day. That's what we try to do is string good days together and keep stacking them up. And and see where that takes us. So, the expectations are to, to be prepared, to come in and have a good day today, and, rest, recover, refuel, rehydrate, and put another one together tomorrow. So, we'll see where that takes us. I expect everybody to come in and perform at their best. I want to do the same thing I can to help the team in any way I possibly can, whether that's training or, X's and O's, strategy, fundamental, whatever it is. And, just continue to keep improving. We have a lot of good competition on the team. As I said, a number of young players. We'll see how quickly they come along, or don't, and that'll, we'll just see how that goes. Expectations are to have good days and stack them together.
Coach, right side, first row.
Coach, Dan
Yes.
Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. How are you?
Good, great. How about you?
Doing well, thanks for asking. Bringing in Bobby Petrino, who obviously has a history in the ACC, a history being a head football coach, what does it mean to you to have him on staff running your offense and just his expertise?
Yeah, it's been great having Bobby. I've known him for a long time, from the pro to college side, but also, when he was in Atlanta. A lot of things he does offensively are similar to what we did in New England. We've kind of been able to merge those together, protections, routes, play actions, balance attack, things like that. It's been great. A lot of our spring has been foundational, teaching fundamentals, terminology, installation of basic plays, things like that. And we'll get into more situational football and, and say more, game plan type adjustments, as we move forward here through, through the month of August. But, defensively, it's been, very competitive, a good challenge for our defense to see, the schemes and things that we're doing offensively and vice versa. I think, our offense has benefited from seeing the multiples we have on defense, and competition's been good. And so, but Bobby's been great to work with. I love having him on our staff.
Still on the right side, just over his shoulder, second row. Your next two questions will come side by side.
Hey, Coach, TJ Wilkerson from PBJ Production. Going into this second year, we saw great strides from Carolina towards the end. What have you taken from the previous year and brought it on into the second year, Coach?
Yeah, again, I think the biggest thing has been to see the improvement that we made. Our players that carried over from last year saw the improvement that they made. I mean, we're stronger, we're faster, and we're better, football players fundamentally and with technique and so forth. And just to continue to do that. And so, those guys, we had a lot of, PRs, personal records after practice with, speeds, lifts, and so forth. And, I think it just is an indication of our work ethic and the culture that, that we're establishing. And the guys who are leading the pack are, doing a great job of, setting the pace with their work ethic and establishing that culture.
So right next to him.
Henson Gibbs with the Locked On Podcast Network. Coach Belichick, last year was a bit of a struggle, to say the least, there. And when you look at what happened in its totality, what were things that you took away and you learned as a college coach that, you might not have been aware of or you might not have been expecting coming into this thing, that you go into year two with and say, all right, we'll be better in this way because I've experienced this and I know these pitfalls?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just the relationships and, building, with all the people that are involved in the school, whether it's, academics, compliance, different training, the training things that we have to, go through, the hourly schedule and so forth that, we have to be in compliance with, things like that. And the different people that we're working with, we brought in some people that I was familiar with, but, also, again, multiple other people, in the university, great people that have really done a great job of supporting us, but, you just need to build that working relationship with. And so that's been good. It's been fun. And I appreciate the work that they've done. We'll work a lot more efficiently as we spend more time together and, get to know each other better and understand the needs and what's most helpful. But they've been great.
We'll stay on the right side, about the fourth row, actually third row back, right in the middle. We'll head down with the young lady with her hand in the air. Thank you.
I feel like this is a police lineup up here.
Hi, Coach. Gatsby Good with Women in Sports Media. The famous Patriot Way has become something talked about a lot in the media. Would you say that there's developing a Carolina way, and how would you describe that mindset and those pillars?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the Patriot Way is. That was kind of a catchy marketing term that, somebody came up with. So, honestly, that's not something we ever talked about at New England. But again, look, the main thing, as I said, that we're trying to do at Carolina is, build a culture with good team, good teammates, that's, tough and smart and works hard every day and continues to get better and improve. And that's really what it's about, both individually, in individual units like the offensive line or the quarterbacks and the receivers or the linebackers, and then collectively as, offensive, defensive units and the team in terms of functioning in situational football, things like no huddle field goals or things like that involve multiple team unit executions.
Coach right side in front of me.
Yes.
Destiny Vance with the Juice Network. How are you canceling out the comparisons of the NFL and last season? And what are you telling your leaders that you brought with you as they go into this new season to have success?
Yeah. Look, we learn every day. I learn every day. Learned from last year, the year before that, and all the years from before that. But right now we're focused on going forward, what we can accomplish, today, this week, and in this training period. And then, we'll move on to our next set of goals. So, you take what you've learned from the past and try to improve on it. But, it's really about what you accomplish, in today and in our coming opportunities.
Coach, follow the center aisle up towards the left.
Mm-hmm.
Wilson with WLOS right here. Yep.
Oh, we got dueling microphones. Got it. Okay. Yeah, down here. Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Coach, when people watch this North Carolina team next season, what is the first thing you hope they take away when they step on the field?
It's the first thing I don't know. They'll probably take away new uniforms.
Coach, the center aisle right there, second row.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Coach. Thomas Christopher of the League Winners. Players in the NFL can create longevity through their careers through niche special team roles. Famously, you coached Matthew Slater, who was a great gunner. Can you just talk about the importance of those specialized positions, and does that go into your recruiting aspects at all?
Yeah, special teams, absolutely. Well, it goes into everything. It goes into being a good teammate, doing what's best for the team, and helping the team in any way possible, whether that's the player's got a starting role on offense or defense or not. But it's about being able to help the team. Certainly any college football player who doesn't go into the NFL as a starter, which is probably over 90% of them, would be expected to contribute in the kicking game unless they're an offensive or defensive lineman. So any player that wants to play in the NFL, being a good special team player is an absolute bonus to them being able to punch a ticket as an NFL player. So, our players understand that. We've talked about it. Honestly, they all want to be in the kicking game, be on special teams, because that'll help them, achieve their goals to the next level. So, it's not an issue at all. It's a very important part of the game, and our players realize that. But I've coached a lot of players in the NFL that never played on special teams in college because they were a starter, and, they covered kickoffs as a freshman, never did it since then. And then they come to the NFL and they're no good in special teams, and then somebody beats them out, and then it's, they don't have an opportunity in the league. And then there have been plenty of other guys like Jonathan Jones and Brandon Bolden and guys like that have, had good special teams play that have gotten them onto the field, and then ended up, being strong players on offense or defense because they, initially started those roles in the kicking game. So, or Matthew Slater, who made a career and was a 10-time Pro Bowler in the kicking game because of his development on special teams. So, appreciate the question. Even, we have players like Christo, who came into college football as one of the top long snappers in high school, who also snaps for us, which honestly, as I've told him, to be able to long snap and play a position in the NFL is unique. It's unheard of. It creates, a very unique value where you can possibly save a roster spot. So, those situations are real.
Coach, we'll squeeze in one last question. Left side, first row by the camera.
Coach Trevor Williams, Hills on Franklin Network. Last year there was a bit of a quarterback transition in spring, and some of the guys left. How important has it been this year with continuity in the room going in from spring to fall camp, and those guys being able to work together and having the same guys in the building in spring?
Yeah, it's been great. Last year the quarterbacks that played didn't take any snaps for us in the spring. Gio wasn't here, Max wasn't able to participate, and so that was it. This year, our quarterbacks, after spring ball are still here. We're out running player run practices, which our players were never able to really do last year because we didn't have enough experience on either side of the ball to line up offensively or defensively and be able to run our plays. Now, our team can go out there and we can run PRPs with each other. They can continue to work on their plays, their fundamentals, their techniques, their terminology, or their communication, gain trust in each other. That's a huge advantage that we didn't have last year, and the players have done a great job of that. From what I understand, I haven't been out there, but they've all spoken very highly about how productive those have been. So certainly starts on offense at the quarterback position by having an experienced quarterback who can get in the huddle, call the play, and know what everybody's supposed to do. And we just didn't have that last year. So that's the type of thing when I say we're way ahead of where we were last year, that would be a good example of it. So yeah, thanks for that question.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
You and Melkart can switch spots. Melkart, you'll have the podium for the next 5 minutes or so. Folks, again, if you would reintroduce yourself, that would be fantastic. And we'll take your first question, Melkart, second row on the right side.
Hey, Melkart. Thomas Christopher of the League Winners. You were an underrated recruit who ended up going to Delaware. I actually saw you at the Delaware Pro Days, and you're an underrated player in your own right at the edge position. Can you talk about, does that provide a chip on your shoulder at all, and what goes into your mentality on each game?
Yeah, as you know, I walked on to the University of Delaware. I've had a chip on my shoulder, even before that, growing up as a kid, coming from hard times, I've always had a chip on my shoulder, and I carry that with me throughout. I've never lost it, and I never will lose it.
Melkart, right side, right in front of me here on the by the wall.
Destiny, with the Juice Network, you've become a leader within your team. What are you telling your incoming freshmen and your transfers to go into week 0 against TCU?
Yeah, we haven't really talked much about TCU yet. I'm just more focused on them, showing up on time, putting in work, just being the best version of themselves. And when TCU comes, that'll take care of itself.
Also front row right, now almost in front of you.
Melkart, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Learning from a multi-time Super Bowl champion coach, what are some of those little things, little nuggets that he's given you that stick out to you? Maybe something in passing that you say, I need to keep that in my back pocket.
Yeah, just the details of the game, and the simplicity of it. Not trying to overcomplicate the game, but just, playing what you see and what you feel sometimes is just as good as, playing hard on the tendencies.
Going to be on the right side again, this time in the second row. Gentleman right here is raising his hand. There we go. Thank you.
I'm Melkart. Thomas Christopher, the League Winners again. Coming out of Newton, small school recruit, you talked about walking on to Delaware. Can you just talk about the difficulties of, that recruiting process as a teenager and navigating that?
Yeah, so, they found me at the bagel shop my senior year when I was just working, trying to make some money. And, I love football, and football is all I know, so I was going to find a way regardless. I was either going to go JUCO, maybe go D3, but I was going to end up here regardless. So, I'm blessed that it happened through walking on at University of Delaware, and I'm very thankful for that.
Melkart, from the podium, your thoughts about playing in Ireland? Is this one of your first overseas trips?
I visited Lebanon, the country that I'm from, back when I was in 7th grade, but I haven't left since. So, yeah, I'm excited to go to Ireland.
Thank you. Right side, second row.
Kenton Gibbs with Locked On Podcast Network. Melkart, you are the leading sack man in terms of returners in the ACC, and you were between Akeem Mesidor and Ruben Bain, two guys that were drafted very highly next year. What do you think you have to do to continue that production and secure yourself a draft pick amongst that pantheon of ACC pass rushers?
Just be more consistent, play my game, but play it consistently, play on every snap. And also just, play with my teammates and just, yeah, that's it.
Melkart, that's good enough. You and Christo can switch spots. Oh, and I don't mean it that way. Thank you. We'll spend a little bit of time with Christo as well. Folks, please identify yourselves and the agency that you're with, and we'll start just where we ended, in the second row, just to the right.
Thomas Christopher, the League Winners. You were just one of 11 FCS players to be selected to the AFCA Good Works team. Can you just talk about the importance of community service and what it means to you to give back?
Yeah, we have such an amazing platform as student athletes, and partnering with organizations like Uplifting Athletes. We have a upcoming Lift for Life. This Monday, raising funds and awareness for the rare disease community. Being able to meet people and understanding, right, just being yourself. Given the platform that we have, can have a profound impact on so many people, and being around so many great people, so many great teammates, right, who are just fully bought into, being a part of something bigger than themselves is, it's a huge blessing. And, being able to see smiles on people's faces, knowing that, just saying hi, just having a conversation made their day. It's incredibly rewarding.
Christo, right side, first row, all the way to the wall.
Hi, Chris. Destiny with the Juice Network. What was the defining moment that made you buy into Coach Belichick's season and system?
Even before you get into it, right, Coach Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, the results speak for itself. But, once you get to know him, right, the humility that he has, the willingness to just be like, hey, what's the best way of doing this? Obviously, he knows a thing or two about winning, but right, just the willingness to want to do whatever it takes to win. The work ethic that he has, right, sets the standard for the rest of this team, and it's just a blessing to be able to be a part of it.
Right side, first row.
Christo, Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. You went through your injury last season, tried to come back. What did you learn about yourself, mental health, and just getting through adversity and getting to the other side?
Yeah, that's a great question. Right, one of the biggest things, for me, one, my faith became more developed. Right, I went to, Catholic, school, Holy Cross, Loyola Academy, St. Francis Xavier in elementary school, and I've always, been surrounded by faith, but really was able to take more ownership of it. And yeah, getting hurt, sucks, right? You see how hard everybody's working, and what you want to do is you want to give everything that you have. But, being able to see adversity is, nothing more than opportunity is the big thing, right? I think for everyone, right, you look at your life, you see, what has made the biggest impact on you? Where have you grown the most? It's not in times where things were easy, right? You don't go to the weight room to do nothing, to not push yourself. But it's the times where your back was up against the wall, where you didn't know, what was going to happen next, where, everything was stacked against you. And, once you understand that, all right, maybe this discomfort's actually a good thing, and you lean into it, when you're surrounded by so many great people, the support system that, that we have here at North Carolina is tremendous. And, being able to grow in that sense is, it's had a huge impact on, how I've approached this offseason, and, just incredibly thankful for it.
Christo, we've got time for one last question, and we'll let the two buddies next to each other figure out who's going to ask it.
Nathan Lauer with the Hill Brothers. First off, Christo, whenever you decide to start your political campaign, just let me know. I'm going to vote for you because, my God, this dude is awesome. But no, kind of to piggyback off the last question, you get hurt last year and you come back and you are now a veteran on this team and you have a lot of new people coming in. What is your message to this team? Because you're a guy that you're a cutthroat guy we see on the field. What's your message to try to instill and inspire this team?
Yeah, it's a great question. So for one thing, right, it's echoing Coach Belichick's message, right? Like, there's no magic pill that you can take for success. Everything is done through hard work, right? And you got to be able to lean into it, right? You got to be a great teammate. The biggest thing, right, is earning the respect of your teammates. And the way that you do that, like our workout on Wednesday, we ran bouts. Well, Jordan ran bouts, and with all the other skill guys, like, that stuff's hard. The training is hard. It's supposed to be hard. But when you're side by side someone who is pushed to the point of exhaustion, right, where they don't know if they can go on any further, and they look to their side and, right, it's like, all right, I can count on this guy. He's got to be able to count on me, right? Once you get guys to buy into that, right, once you articulate the standard and you hold them to it, great things happen and the score will take care of itself. But ultimately, the biggest thing, right, is, we're focused on the process. We're focused on today. We're focused on winning today. Do that over time, and success will come, but none of it matters if we don't take care of it right now.
Christo, thank you. You and Jordan can swap spots. We will spend just a little bit of time left with Mr. Ship.
Hello, hello, hello.
And Jordan, your first question will come right side about the fourth row towards the wall here. Thank you.
Katrina Sackins, Sports and Culture Media. Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Coach Belichick just said, hey, we are so far ahead from where we were last season. How do you dictate what to bring along from last season versus the necessary things that you have to capitalize on and flush out from last season?
I mean, of course, there's some things we did good last year, but I mean, we're not really trying to hone on that. We're just want to flush it all. It's a new start. We're worried about what can we do to be better this year? What can we do to win the day-to-day? What can we do just to, like, today's an off day, but what are you going to do to, like, get better for the next day we work out? Like, are you going to go get recovery? Are you going to go get treatment? Like, what are you going to do? And that's all our main focus is. What are you going to do to be better and be prepared for when that season comes around?
Jordan, also in the first row here right in front of you.
Jordan Dan Tortora, wakeupcalldt.com. Coach talked about this still being an open competition at quarterback. You're working with a lot of different guys. Yep. What are you taking away from them, and how is that challenging you, not knowing right now who exactly that starter is going to be in September?
To start off, I feel comfortable with either 4, 6 of the guys. Add DJ and Andy in there as well. You know, I feel comfortable with all those guys. They all bring different things. Like Billy's an older guy. A lot more experience. He's seen a lot of different defenses. He's played a lot of different football. He's played a lot of football. And then you got Miles as another older guy, very athletic guy, cannon of an arm. He can make all the throws. He can do everything. Then you got Torrey. He just plays free. He just plays backyard football. You always love that. And then you got Trav, which is a younger guy, but he's a younger guy that's not scared to make mistakes. He's going to make mistakes pushing the ball down the field, and he's going to learn from those mistakes. And he's going to be a great player whenever they give him the keys, and he's going to run away with it. So, I mean, and in terms of challenge, I don't look at it as a challenge. Whoever is out there, obviously they're out there for a reason. So let's just go out there and work, and let's bring some wins back to Chapel.
Jordan, follow the center aisle up. We're going to bring it down into the middle of the room there. Thank you.
Dejanna Wilson, WLOS. Picking back in off of that last question, having all of those different options, how has it helped you, your skill, being able to, make those catches from all those different guys? Yeah,
just being able to adapt. Not everybody throws the ball differently. Like from one, Torrey's left-handed, but Gio was handed left-handed, so I'm already used to that. So, I mean, it's just go make the play. It doesn't really matter who's throwing the ball. It doesn't matter if you're going to make the play or not. On the stat sheet, doesn't say, oh, he dropped the ball because this happened. It just says you dropped the ball. So just don't drop the ball. That's the biggest thing. Don't drop the ball. Don't drop the ball. Yeah.
Jordan, right side next to the light stand.
QCB, Fox Sports Radio, Charlotte. Ship, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Everything good. We know about last year, 4 wins, but you still was able to lead the team in touchdowns and reception yards. But I just want to know about the frustrations you guys dealt with, like in the locker room, especially with you dealing with the different types of quarterbacks. And what are your team goals for 2026?
In terms of frustrations, I mean, nobody likes to lose. So, I mean, I wasn't the only one frustrated. Everybody was frustrated, but we understood that those frustrations need to be pointed in the right direction. Us sitting in the locker room pointing fingers, that's not going to help us go anywhere. So, I mean, we all just kind of had to rally against each other, or rally with each other, because it seemed like everybody was kind of against us. Everybody wanted to see Coach Belichick fail. Nobody wanted to see him be successful in his first year of college football. Nobody wanted to see that, and we learned that more and more. We seen, like, there were articles coming out saying, like, he wasn't at practice during the bye week when we just got off the field and he's standing right next to me, like, stuff like that. It's like, it just sounds dumb. It's just like, no, that's not true. So, like, why are we even paying attention to that? So that kind of helped. While, like, on the outside, it seemed like it was pulling us, like, apart, but really it was gelling us together, because, I mean, there's not a lot of people that go through that, like, as a whole, just as a team, just having so many people just want to see your coach fail, and that just turns them to wanting to see you fail. So, I mean, just anybody but Carolina, like, that's all they want to see, but it's not what's going to happen.
Jordan, we're going to squeeze in your last question, second row to the right.
Thomas Christopher of the League Winners. Jordan, your teammates call you Mr. Carolina.
Yeah.
So can you just talk about what it feels like to be one of the premier faces of the program, and what kind of sense of responsibility does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, first thing I got to do is just thank God for that. I mean, that's just the fact that somebody could call you, like, Mr. Carolina. Like, it's a joke and all and everything like that. But, I mean, just the fact that, like, I'm even able to be looked at like that is nothing short of a blessing from God. And without him, I wouldn't be here or anything like that. So you got to start with that. Then, I mean, in terms of just Mr. Carolina, like, I'm from here. I live 20 minutes away. Like, my high school's 15 minutes away. Like, this is home. Carolina's home to me. Like, there's nowhere else I wanted to go. Everybody kept asking about the portal. When I made it clear after the NC State game, there was nowhere I was going, no matter what was going on. We were going to figure out how to bring wins to Carolina because I bleed blue. That's just, it is what it is. I'm a Carolina man, Carolina guy, and that's just what I am. Go Heels through and through.
Jordan, thank you. North Carolina, good luck. We'll see you out on the road. Folks, Duke is due up next. That'll be at 3 o'clock.